Good morning, Coleman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Tuesday, February 18th. Coming up on Cullman Today, a State of the State luncheon, National Merit finalist, and a Park It Market. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. The Cullman Chamber of Commerce hosted its annual State of the State luncheon last Friday, which allowed community members to engage with state leaders in conversation and be informed about happenings in our region, including key issues, priorities, or their vision for improving the state. Some upcoming legislative priorities included granting immunity to law enforcement officers and a tort reform package to expand industry growth. There was also a heavy emphasis on addressing mental health concerns, stressing community well-being. Other hot topics were a proposed bill that would require vape and e-cigarettes to be state registered, taxed, and regulated, and a debate around the Choose Act, which provides a choice in schools for lower-income families and is set to expand to cover all income levels in the next 2 years. It has some questioning the financial impact on counties that do not have private schools. Prison reformation, labor shortages, and pharmacy benefit manager reform were also topics of conversation. The Cullman area's legislative delegation is comprised of Alabama Senate President Pro Tem Garland Gudger of Cullman, former Representative Randall Shedd of Fairview, who began his new role as the Director of Constituent Affairs for Gudger yesterday, Representative Corey Harbison of Good Hope, and Representative Tim Wadsworth of Arley. The four legislators were the guest speakers at the luncheon. Cullman High School seniors Nora Sheffield and Eliana Hollis have been named National Merit finalists. Cullman High School Principal Allison Tuggle attributed the achievement to the students' hard work, dedication, and academic excellence. To become a National Merit finalist, a student must meet rigorous academic and citizenship criteria, submit an application, achieve a confirming SAT or ACT score, provide a principal's recommendation, and compose a personal essay. Sheffield and Hollis are now being considered for National Merit scholarships to be awarded this spring. The Link of Cullman County will host the Food Bank of North Alabama's Park It Market on Wednesday, February 26th. The mobile fresh fruit and produce pantry will be on site from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The event is free and open to the public. The Link Supportive Services team leader Jonathan Creekmore said the Link doesn't have the facilities to keep all fruit and vegetables, especially those that expire quickly. So having the Park It Market is an effort to provide neighbors a way to strengthen their diets and therefore their bodies in a quick and structured environment. Creekmore estimates about 10 volunteers are needed for this event to run smoothly, so if you'd like to volunteer, you can contact them at 256-775-0028 or Jonathan Creekmore at linkingcullman.org. Coming up, Cold Springs season ends with an Elite Eight loss to Decatur Heritage. Sports is next. Welcome back. In today's sports segment, let's take a look at the latest from the Northwest Regional Tournament. After earning a win over Soligent in the Sweet 16 last week, the Cold Springs Lady Eagles were back on the court at Tom Drake Coliseum Monday morning to face the Decatur Heritage in the Northwest Regional Finals. After falling behind early, the Eagles rallied to make it a 4-point game at halftime, but couldn't keep pace with Decatur Heritage in the second half, and Cold Springs' season came to an end with a 61-41 loss in the Elite Eight. Three-pointers from Ella Dickerson and Holland Brewer put the Lady Eagles behind Decatur Heritage 7-6 early in the opening period. Dickerson hit a pair of free throws to trim the lead to 12-8 later in the first quarter, but Decatur Heritage built a 20-8 lead at the start of the second. Cold Springs battled back in the second quarter. Kennedy Graves laid one in to make it a 22-10 game, and after drawing a foul on a three-point attempt, Dickerson knocked down all three from the line to cut the lead to 24-13. Dickerson drilled another three to make it 24-16, and Macy Huffstutler added a pair of free throws to hold the lead to 26-18 later in the period. After Dickerson split a pair of free throws, Graves scored in the paint to make it a 26-21 game, and Dickerson tacked on one more free throw in the final second of the first half to bring the lead down to 26-22 at halftime. Cold Springs had a tough time getting much going on the offensive end in the third quarter. Decatur Heritage scored 13 unanswered points to start the period, stretching its lead to 39-22 at one point. Huffstutler knocked down a three with around a minute remaining in the third, but the Eagles trailed Decatur Heritage 41-25 going into the fourth. Cold Springs didn't go down quietly in the final frame. A pair of baskets from Huffstutler and Dickerson made it a 50-33 game midway through the fourth quarter. Brewer and Dickerson each split a pair of free throws to make it 52-35 later in the period, and Paisley Whitlow laid one in, and Candace Williams sank a couple free throws to continue chipping away, but it wasn't enough to overcome the Decatur Heritage lead, and Cold Springs' season came to an end with a 61-41 loss in the Elite Eight. Dickerson led the Lady Eagles with 18 points and 7 rebounds in the loss. Huffstutler posted 9 points and 8 rebounds, and Graves and Brewer each added 4 points. Ella Dickerson and Kennedy Graves also earned Northwest Regional All-Tournament Team honors. That wraps up sports for today. After the break, we'll bring you 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown, 4 stories in under 4 minutes. The 4th Congressional District Art Competition is now underway. This annual competition, sponsored by the U.S. House of Representatives, provides high school students from across the district with an opportunity to showcase their artistic talents and compete for a chance to have their work displayed in the U.S. Capitol. The competition is open to all high school students in Alabama's 4th Congressional District, including homeschooled students. A panel of judges from the local art community will select the winning piece, which will be displayed in the U.S. Capitol for 1 year alongside artwork from other congressional districts across the country. In addition to having their artwork exhibited in Washington, D.C., the winner will be invited to attend a national reception at the Capitol. Furthermore, each category winner will receive a scholarship to Wallace State Community College, which can be used toward any course of study Wallace State offers. For official rules and guidelines, students should reach out to their art teacher or principal. If you're homeschooled, please contact Representative Adderholt's office directly at 205-221-2310. Shay Eaton of Cullman was among approximately 1,500 students who graduated from Mississippi State University in December. Eaton received a Bachelor of Science summa cum laude from MSU's Bagley College of Engineering. St. Bernard Prep senior Madeline Kerber is no stranger to tradition or to making her own mark. While Kerber is carrying on a family legacy at St. Bernard, where her father, aunt, and uncles once roamed the halls, she's also blazing her own trail. A powerhouse in the classroom and on the field, Kerber is a 5-time All-State cross-country winner, a 3-time state track finalist, and the team captain for St. Bernard's soccer team. As if that weren't enough, she also serves as senior class president. Kerber's dedication extends beyond the St. Bernard campus. She's made 3 trips to Washington, D.C. to participate in the March for Life campaign and was selected for the prestigious youth tour with the Cullman Electric Cooperative, where she gained an inside look at Congress. Her rigorous academic schedule includes 4 AP courses. Kerber's also a young woman with a big heart whose grandfather taught her to enjoy working and to be a hard worker. So whether she's volunteering at Cullman Caring for Kids, stocking food pantry shelves, or mowing Sacred Heart Cemetery with her grandfather, Kerber embraces service as part of her life's calling. With presidential scholarship offers from both Alabama and Auburn, Kerber has a tough decision ahead, but her sights are currently set on Auburn University, where she plans to study business before pursuing a law degree at the University of Alabama. Brooks Stevenson of Bremen was among the students who completed the requirements for graduation during the 2024-2025 academic year at Troy University. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Step into Cullman, where local heroes and community spirit shine. Introducing Community Matters Magazine from the Cullman Tribune, your guide to inspiring tales and community spirit. Celebrate our local champions and dive into the festivities at Christ Kindle Market. Feel the season's cheer and discover stories that inspire. Community Matters Magazine. Connect with your community. Find your free issue at these locations or download a copy online.
Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we return to obituaries. Eva Mae Harrison, 70, of Cullman, passed away on Monday, February 17th. No services are scheduled at this time. Reverend Rayford Glenn Ponder, 75, of Cullman, passed away on Saturday, February 15th. A celebration of life visitation will be held on Thursday, February 20th from 2 to 6:30 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home, followed by a celebration of life funeral service at 6:30 p.m. Rayford will be laid to rest in New Prospect Baptist Church Cemetery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a moment to look ahead at your weather forecast. Tuesday, we'll see partly sunny skies with a high near 49. Tuesday night, rain and snow showers are likely after midnight, then possible snow showers and freezing rain likely after 3 a.m. with a low around 29. Little or no ice accumulation is expected. Wednesday, there's a slight chance of rain showers, snow showers, and freezing rain before 9 a.m. turning to rain showers and mostly cloudy skies with a high near 38 and a low around 17. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a terrific Tuesday, Cullman.